seven-figure morning routine. So, you fire up the battle station. I like calling it that because that's how I feel when I sit down at this spot. You really want to curate your environment to obviously do you justice. This is what you guys see me sitting at all day. Sometimes you see some of my videos. It's what I get to look at 24/7. We got my camera, got a couple mics for my talking heads and all this other fun jazz, my computer with all the freaking stuff within it, headphones, my microphone, and we're about to just lock in. So like I just told you guys, I have been in my mastery era. That's what I like to call it, which is just kind of digging a little bit deeper and focusing not on learning new things in this season, but just doing what I already know at the highest level possible. So for those of you guys that don't know what an Instagram funnel is, if you guys check the link into the description down below, I have my Instagram page link. But essentially, I use Instagram as a form of client acquisition for my consulting business, right? Being able to teach other people how to skip the 9-to-5 and build their own digital consulting business, right? Kind of went through the transformation that I've went through in the past, being able to quit my 9-to-5 and then start selling knowledge and services online, right? That's realistically what it is. And so with that, I'm just like trying to get a little bit deeper with my branding, my messaging. And if you've watched some of the other videos on my YouTube channel, just talking a lot more about how I want to create this movement and be able to, pour in and help other people live a certain type of way that I truly believe 99% of men should be able to live, which is a sovereign lifestyle. And so that's what the Gifted is designed around, which is being able to inspire young men to become sovereign, which means skilled, disciplined, fear the Lord, and just live a principled life, right? It doesn't have to necessarily be the flashy lifestyle that you see online. I mean, that's my vibe, that's my wavelength. I'm not a super flashy guy. I think the only thing that I have are just things like this, that I don't really have a whole ton of luxury stuff. Even though I've made money, a lot of it's been reinvested into my business, spent on my family, and just not really trying to feed into my ego, but more to serve other people and build something that's like gonna last a lifetime, right? That's kind of been my philosophy. It's just low and slow, day by day, brick by brick, just sharpen the sword 1% every single day. And so yeah, today I'm sitting down and really brainstorming how I can really sharpen the axe when it comes to the B-roll content and the footage. I already have a lot of B-roll so far, but I want to do a better job at trying to show, not tell all the time. You know what I mean? I do a lot of these sit-down videos and just be able to like talk to you across the screen just because that's what I'm more comfortable with. But I see that obviously the game evolves and that, the top creators get rewarded for being good at the craft, and it's chasing excellence. I think that's like more of my worry. It's like, how do I become the best version of myself possible? How do I get better at content creation in general? How do I get better at positioning, storytelling, lead generation, all of those things by building the brand well? So looking at great examples and going from there. So I think I'm going to build out some of the B-roll list, but I'm going to put my headphones on, get to work, and update you guys once I have something rolling. Alright, little quick update on just working out for the past, 4 hours, give or take. It's 2 p.m. now, right? So I just wanted to give you an update on what I was cooking up on for the brand, right? So to give you a little bit of context, I did wake up this morning and think about seeing some other creators who I took a little bit of inspiration from. And so there's all these kind of like archetypes. There's this one guy, I like his style. His name's, I think his name's Marsh. You can look him up on Instagram. He has a really cool style. Kind of grunge, kind of, punk rock type of guy. And then there's like some other guys where I would call him like the Bali guy archetype. And so one of the conclusions that I came towards was that when you watch their content, the feeling you get is that you live a day in their life. And so it's just being able to understand how does that articulate into something like myself, right? So for me, I'm a bit more of a structured, minimalist, consistent, disciplined, hard work, grind type of guy. Deep work, like that's just kind of my aesthetic, if you want to say it like that. And so I came to the conclusion that the main point here is that there is a slice of life type of documenting style where you kind of get a peek into their world. That's what I really like about it, right? And I want you guys to feel like when you guys watch the content that you're part of something bigger, you're part of a movement, you're part of watching a founder build something from complete scratch and see the fun parts of it, right? And I think that that's the duality that I want to be able to document and show. So I kind of thought about myself from a character's perspective. What do you see as the viewer watching this character kind of go through life and constructing my life and my documentation style as a story to be able to portray that to you in a way where it's fun to watch, it feels like you're part of something, and I learned how to kind of do that. So in addition to my content right now, if you go on my Instagram page, like I told you, you can kind of see that I've been doing a little bit of the B-roll style to kind of document, like, you know, working out and just, you know, working and, you know, showing my life a little bit here and my thoughts. I've had my talking head type of videos that educate and share my, you know, belief systems, and I've been doing a little bit of like the carousel reels or carousel video posts. So I think I'm going to get rid of the carousel post and start introducing in on a more weekly basis. There's two types, right? So one is a document, like, hey, episode 1 of a 24-year-old founder starting to build a movement to help men quit their 9-to-5. That's one style. The other style is, here's the day in the life of a 24-year-old founder trying to build a movement of young men. So there's kind of two different types. One's like, hey, come kick it with me for the day. The other one's like, yo, not Netflix series, I don't think it would be like that crazy, but like storytelling, here's the highlights from this week, here's what's happening, here's what's changing, here's my next goal, here's my next mission, here's us at an in-person event, here's me kind of documenting this journey and this movement and how it's coming together. And that's more of an episode series. And then the day in my life type of videos is more of like just slice of life, like you're my homie, we're kicking it, building shit together. So that's kind of like what I've been thinking about so far up until this point. And the way that I've been kind of approaching it is, how do I build a relationship with the viewer and the person that's watching this? And is it content that I would watch? Because I like watching like day in the life type of content, and I like building relationships that way because it feels like I know that person without really knowing them, you know? And I think there's a lot of things to my life that I don't really share enough about that I think that's pretty genuinely cool, you know what I mean? So yeah, those are the two main additions that I'm gonna make. Documenting and sharing the movement episodes, day in my life type of videos. Obviously sticking to the talking head reels and then the B-roll clips of just, you know, lifestyle shit with like quotes or Bible quotes or, you know, following trends, B-roll trends. I think those are really mainstay staples. And then just sharing a little bit about my story. You guys have been seeing that a little bit more on my YouTube channel where I just talk about like where I came from and what my life has looked like up to this point, why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I think that integrating like origin story, B-rolls, talking head, documenting, and the slice of life vlogs, I think would crush pretty well. So just being able to cover all my bases, because again, I want that feeling of you're getting a feel for how I operate, who I am, and like what it's like to see the world from my view, like show you my perspective basically. And so yeah, that's kind of like what I'm going to be working on moving forward. I need to bring that down conceptually into more of a tactical, okay, so what type of shots do I want and how am I going to record it, what days I'm going to record it. all the other fun jazz. But I think it's good to get to take a step back and look at everything from a high level overview and get out of the day to day like work. So yeah, I think things are starting to come together for it. But I will update you with more of like B-roll. I think I'm gonna eat some lunch and then get back to work on this and get the ball rolling for the rest of the day. I do have some content that I need to post, do my daily 20 miles. So for those of you who don't know what the daily 20 miles are, basically it's just my consistent daily inputs every single day that I do. So had a lot of time and energy to think about this big picture stuff. So very excited to implement it, and I will definitely keep you guys posted on how I plan on attacking this, because I know it's going to be a little bit of a mouthful to chew on for a little while to come to the conclusion on implementing it. And you guys will definitely see it. All right, quick little nurture reel right here. SMA, FBA, dropshipping is dead. Okay.
If you've tried dropshipping, Amazon FBA or SMA and have failed,
sexy ass motherfucker.
Number one, those business models are super.
So yeah, like I said, so right now my content strategy has been trendy reels like this, and then posting some value pieces of content like this. So kind of just been going through a little bit of that throughout this entire month, right? Kind of sticking to what I know so far. But yeah, I'm going to be looking to add on a little bit more of those day in the lifestyle, so you guys can feel a little bit more included within my life. Because again, you learn a lot when you hit my page, but I think that there's more relationship building to be done on a higher level and a higher basis. But 7 p.m. now, I got to go hit the gym, get some work knocked out, get some that blood pumping for the day. Been sitting at that fucking desk all day. And yeah, I'll get a good pump in and then wrap up the day with a quick little dinner. Just got a few more things I got to do here with grocery run. Yeah, I don't think that's happening today, boys. So yeah, I got to do a little bit more with posting this video later, some DMs, and then just scripting out some more content earlier. I was working on a little bit of the B-roll shots, so got to think through some content that will be bangers for you guys. So I'm just here still finishing up the YouTube video for the day. I forgot to add this clip in because, to be honest with you, I was just overthinking this a lot earlier today. And I figured I just might as well throw this in here because I was thinking all day about this nudge that has been in my heart about wanting to go to one of my friend's events. And so his name's Leo Valentino. You guys can look him up on Instagram, but great guy. And so he's hosting this event out in San Diego, and I've known about it for maybe about a month now. And I don't know what it is, but I feel the Holy Spirit guiding me towards this. And the whole day, like I've thought about this subconsciously over the last month. Here and there, I'd be like, oh yeah, I should probably go to that. I think I should go there because I don't know what it is exactly about it. I believe that circle is in alignment with my morals and the direction that I'm heading into. But I've been kind of wrestling with this idea all day, thinking about, man, what if I lose momentum in my business? What if I don't post content? What am I going to do? This, that. And my mom's birthday is on the 9th, and this event is on the 7th, and I don't have a place to stay on the other hand of things, and going and spending money right now, even though I'm still rebuilding my business and every single dollar counts at this point in time. I decided mentally kind of during the day was oh, you know what? I'm just not going to do it. And then part of my head was why am I saying no? Part of it's well, because the flight situation didn't work out and timing doesn't work out well. And I texted Leo and I was like, yo, bro, I don't think I can make it. Like, times aren't just like lining up. And he texted me something. I'm gonna see if I can share this with you guys without showing the number or whatever. Okay, so he said, all good, bro. To be honest, this is the exact room that you need to be in. You can make it happen if you really knew it would change your life. No pressure. If you decided to make it happen, we'll make it work. That challenged me, and I usually don't get challenged as like an individual and as a person. So like part of me in my back of my head smirking because I was like, you know what? Like that is a sign that this is good because people should challenge you. They should feel comfortable with challenging you, and the right friends and the right people in your life are comfortable with challenging you. And there's lots of things I admire about Leo. I think he's a great guy. I think he has great morals. I think he has a great business. He's doing great things. He's being led by the Holy Spirit. Very similar wavelength that I'm on right now. That's why I kind of felt attracted to want to go to this event. But more than anything else, it's like this tug. Sometimes the Holy Spirit has interesting ways of like speaking to you, especially when you submit your will to Him. Sometimes He'll speak in nudges, right? This has been a nudge. It wasn't a very abrupt. Sometimes He doesn't always speak to you in fire and brimstone and thunder and scream at you, right? Like when He told me to shut down my business, it was a definite no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But as I've been practicing discernment and I've been trying to be a lot more faithful to Him, I've been like just trying to get better at obeying and being obedient to God. And this is one of those cases, like this makes no logical sense. And because I went through that a little bit earlier this year, like I understand a little bit about what it is to discern. And like, for example, ever since I've like quit pornography, the next thing was like, okay, discernment with like even just looking at people. So I've been working on like not even looking at things with lustful thoughts or, you know, looking too long in the wrong direction because it's going to end up putting thoughts into your heads, right? So that's another example of like discernment and understanding how to like know what's the next thing to work on. So it bugged me because I wanted to say no to this. The flesh is like saying no. But the Spirit is telling me like, motherfucker, like I keep pushing you, like I want you to do this. Like it's so strange the relationship me and the Holy Spirit have, man. It's powerful. I can't explain it to you, but every time I have a communication with the Holy Spirit, I get chills and goosebumps always run down my spine. I always feel something at the back of my neck. I don't know if anyone relates to that, but I feel it every time when He talks to me. And I just know that this is the Holy Spirit like nudging me, whispering to me. He's not yelling at me. He's not telling me to go and do this because he's not yelling at me, but He wants me to go and do it. I know that for a fact. I don't know what's in store. I kept trying to like logically close myself today and be like, well, if you go, you can get B-roll, da-da-da-da-da. But, brother, sometimes the Lord does not operate with logic, bro. Like, it does not make any sense. So, you know, hey, I hit him up and I was like, yo, I'm down to find a way, motherfucker. Like, I'll show up, but yeah, somebody's got to give me a hand here because I don't want to like stay because the event is from the 5th to the 7th in San Diego. But the thing is there's only a flight back on the 8th, and then if I come back, I'm going to be leaving to Washington on the 9th. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I got to get rid of my little bubble and just go, bro. Fuck it. It's submission and thinking through the Lord. Because, full transparency, I was like thinking, you know what? Like, do I really need this? I've been locked in. I've been grinding. I've been doing my thing. And I'm just like, fuck. It won't leave. It won't fucking leave. It's like the one time when I had my fucking... Somebody hit me up and asked me for a refund. I don't know what it was. But the Holy Spirit was just nudging me and nudging me and nudging me. And it wouldn't go away. I like when something gets planted into your heart and it doesn't go away, it's like you have to act on it. And it's like even if you don't want to do it, you end up having to do it. So I digress. I'll keep you guys updated with it tomorrow. I think I might vlog again tomorrow. Maybe I make the daily things a vlog. I don't know. You leave a comment down below. Let me know if you like this type of stuff. Because I kind of like being authentically real and just showing you guys this shit. And sometimes I don't like having to think of the game all the time. I just want to document and build and not have to overthink things. You know what I mean? It's already enough to think about like personal branding and how to like capture certain moments and put off a certain aesthetic and all that other shit. But like, I want a safe space to just be able to like talk shit and like share stuff I give a fuck about. And I don't really care if it doesn't get views. Obviously, I want to grow the channel. That's part of it, but I want to be able to serve more people and I want to be able to make valuable content. That's the most important thing. And I think the algorithm or you guys will decide of whether you guys like it or not. But yeah, I'm gonna finish posting this video. It's 11 now and it's almost 12. I gotta get the fucking bed, but I want to finish this and then we'll lock in for tomorrow.